Hey boys, welcome back to some more Nrl Supercoach. It's going to be the round 20 review, and as you can see, we had a pretty good week. 1305 on paper, it looks very good. It is, it was a good week. We did make one trade, and it worked out well. But again, I don't want to just keep complaining every week, but man, it's just like what could have been once again, and I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. The captaincy, we cannot buy a captaincy. And this week, it's an interesting one. I'll obviously go through it here, but yeah, 1305. We had a decent little jump, 1,300 spots. I was hoping for a bit more, but yeah, just the non-cap. Oh, man, just what could have been. What could have been if we... Fuck, dude, the captaincies this whole year, like not captaining Garrick for like his 10 points, missing out on Tedesco's 160 or whatever, and now Tommy this week, like... And just in general, like the captaincies we just haven't got right. But that's Supercoach, baby. That's Supercoach. So we sit 5,140. Still in a good spot going into the back end. But I just feel like, yeah, we're just losing so much ground on like the top, probably the top 1K now. Like it's getting to a point of like it's really going to be tough to catch up. Just missing out on those extra 100, 200 points. But oh well, we will press forward. It's still a good week. I can't be too upset by it. We'll go through the team. Only a couple of dud scores. It was pretty solid. Reece Robson he was on like less than 50. God, some of the scoring in Supercoach, like I get it could be a difficult job. I don't want to rag on the scorers too much, but they missed some points. Like, they missed some very obvious points, but Robson updated to 60. Brayley, fucking 21 points. I thought he actually played, like, okay minutes this week. What did he play? He played 70 minutes and he got 20 points. What? That's right, because, yeah, he started? What happened there? No. He was on the bench, but then Gamble copped a head knock. Crossland went to 5'8", and Brayley played the rest of the game. And he scored 20 points. What the fuck? The Brayley one is just a killer, dude, because he's now turned into like an actual AE nightmare. But I don't know. I really hope he like loses his spot. That's all I'm hoping, bro. Because I don't want to waste a trade like nothing him out. Like it's such a waste. But yeah, I don't know. We'll fucking, I don't know. Robson though, 60 points. It was obviously, thank God. Obviously it came out pretty early that Robson and all the Cowboys, but someone did Talangi. No, Talangi's obviously out. I think everyone backed up, didn't they? I'm pretty sure. Came out pretty early, so that saved me. Because if Robson wasn't going to back up, like I said, I was pretty confident. Yeah, I think 100% I would have gone Robson to Connor Watson. And Watson, let's have a quick squiz. I don't know, he might have updated, but he obviously got a sin bin, which I'm not going to lie, I was pretty happy to see, because a lot of people would have been trading in Connor Watson. 38 points. He was on for big minutes again, but yeah, he copped that sin bin. It was an obvious sin bin, so you can't be... But yeah, a lot of people would have traded him in, and I would have as well. But with Robson playing, I was like, nah, I'm not going to waste a trade. And now, I don't know. Harry Grant looked pretty good. Back to a bit of form. I don't know. We'll obviously discuss dummy halves probably more in the team list slash preview discussion going forward for the run home. But I think I'm just going to hold these dummy halves for the back end. But we'll weigh it up. The front row, Terrell May, 54. He updated a little bit as well. He actually updated quite a bit, I think. He was on like a pretty mediocre score. He played, 45 minutes, obviously starting, but yeah, I don't know. This was the big week for him, and obviously with Hargraves out, it was like, okay, this could be a massive week for Terrell May. And going forward, he could be like an absolute gun, but yeah, I don't know. Going Terrell May to like a Fanua Blake for like a decent amount of cash, like a sideways trade, I think, to Payne Haas. Like, yeah, or do we still nuff out Terrell May? He's now got a break even of 89. It's interesting. Like, I would like to see another week of him to see what the rotation's going to be like when, obviously, without Origin, like Lenu Collins probably gets the start back, I would assume. Terrell May, is he going to just keep getting like 40, 45 minutes? I'm not sure. Josh Curran, 77. You love to see it. Scored that try. His stats, honestly, I thought he was going to score more. His stats seemed incredible, but I guess without the try, like, he didn't have too many like offloads or tackle busts, just like a lot of work rate. But yeah, great to see Josh Curran. Liam Henry, 54. I mean, playing on the edge. I think, did he play the full 80? I feel like he went off. Yeah, and he played 64 minutes, unfortunately. I was hoping for an 80-minute 70-point affair from our boy Liam Henry again, but again, I can't complain with 54 points. Pretty much all in tackles, I would say. Semi-final, 43. It is what it is. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Going forward again, we do nuff out one of these front rowers. It's an interesting choice. Obviously, Finu, you still make a good bit of coin, but he's a solid enough hold. He's a dual position. Play him in a pinch. He does have a bit of upside, but the Tigers, obviously, I don't know, they're going to struggle at the back end of the season, potentially. I don't know. Interesting choices with the front row coming up. A back row for Feeder, 88, Eli Katoa, 56, and Kai Pearce-Paul, unfortunately, only 43. Pearce-Paul's just, he's proven to be disappointing. Like, from the... He was banging out like 70s at the start of the year without like much attack. He was getting a couple offloads. He was getting a lot of base, but he's gone off the boil for sure. And I don't know. I still think I'm just going to hold him. Like, he's just going to be that 6 second. Because again, like going into the back end, because I brought in Olakau'atu and I was going to bring in Crichton, I was going to have like 6 absolute gun second rowers. But now Kai Pearce-Paul, he's gone off the boil. He's getting like 40 odds. Honestly, if he's my 6th second row forward, then that's fine. Like, I just don't have to play him unless I have to. So, I think at this point, I'm just going to hold him. If I have to play him, I play him. If I don't, he's not going to be an AE nightmare. So, that, honestly, it works out fine. Like, I didn't waste a trade, like, getting him out or anything. So, it is what it is. The back row is still pretty stocked. Olakau'atu, I think I'm just going to hold. I don't really see a reason for me to trade him out because of my depth, which is why I'm happy with the depth, because I traded in Olakau'atu. It would have been a pain in the ass to trade him back out. So I think I'm just going to hold him. He comes back around 23. The Seagulls have a good run home as well, and he should be pretty fit and firing for that. So people that trade him out, which I can understand, might be, he could turn into not a massive pod, but I don't know. I don't know how many people actually traded him out. And Cartwright, he's probably the guy to go this week for Crichton. I think that's just that's what I'm. Yeah. It's what I planned. It's what I think I'm going to do. Obviously, we pull the trigger on Tyron Wishart to Cleary, and the more I was looking at it, I was just like, I don't need... The money isn't the issue, right? Obviously, he had a massive break-even, 180. He lost... What did he lose? Like 80k? 60k. It's fine. It's fine. At this point in the season, obviously, if you were like stressed for cash, like... understandable waiting a week, but for me, Wishart had to go. A few reasons. Wishart had to go probably next week with Munster back, probably back. He might not be, but he probably will be. I wasn't that confident of Wishart going great in the wet against the Roosters. And he went okay. He got like 40 odd, I think. Like he was close to busting up. I was like, oh shit, he's looking dangerous, but he obviously didn't go great. And I thought, you know what? Everybody's going to get in Cleary next week anyway. So, and obviously, if he got injured, fair enough. But I wasn't that concerned with him getting injured. He's had a long layoff, and he came back firing. 105 points, great to see. yeah, very happy with the trade. And like I said, the money wasn't an issue. Like, I wasn't concerned if he dropped 100k. Like, I was wanting him in the side, and I was confident that he could score well against the Dolphins. Jai Gray, 58 points. Thankfully, he got that try at the end. He was looking a little bit dicey, but he's done his job. He's got like 60 odds. 2 weeks. I mean, his 2 scores haven't quite equaled what Trindle got last week, but it is what it is. I went with Gray. He still scored okay. Unfortunately, I did not play a Lockie Galvin. I mean, it wasn't out of Gray and Galvin. It was out of Galvin and fucking Gagai, but I went with my boy Gagai. He got 35 points. Obviously, we missed out on quite a bit there. I mean, I should have known. I mean, the Rabbitohs, not great defensively, so I should have known Galvin was in for a bit of a game. But yeah, 104 points. Fuck. It hurts. It hurts not playing Galvin in that situation. And I know a lot of people would have been like, they would have had like 16, 17 players, so they would have been forced to play Galvin and got his ton. But that's, it is what it is. We miss out, but still, I'm happy to hold him. A lot of people would have, I think, well, not a lot, but a few people definitely traded Galvin to like a Burn this week. I think Burn scored okay, but yeah, I think I'm happy to hold Galvin till the back end, honestly, unless something drastic happens. Our second centre wingers, Dom Young, 72, obviously scored that try to bump him up. Jacob Kiraz, 80 points, man's a gun. Ruben Garrick, our captain, 81 points. It hurts. Greg Marju, 76, scored a try. Gagai, like I said, 35 points. Unfortunately, Johnson got all the tries this week. And then Beau Fermor, 78 points. You'd love to see it. Bowie Fermor he started so poorly. I was like, this is a terrible decision to start with him. And he's proven to be like one of my most consistent players for like the season. It's been very solid for Beau Fermor. Tedesco, 33. And the big boy here, Tommy Trbojevic, 174. It's a killer. It's a killer because he was the most traded in. I think he was definitely the most captain this week. Like, not to the levels of like Tedesco a few weeks ago when he got that massive score, but definitely a lot of people captained him. For me, the thing that's annoying is that, so before the Titans Manly game, I was still like 50-50, but then I was like, you know what? No, I feel very confident of Trbojevic. I'm like, I'm gonna change Garrick, put the C on Tommy, open up Supercoach. I was gonna do it, and I was like, "Fuck, that's right. I vice captain Tedesco, so I can't put the C on Tommy, bro." And I think because of the fucking Tedesco thing the other week, I was too scared not to have the vice captaincy on him if he went massive. But yeah, it sort of screwed me by not being able to put the C on Tommy, obviously. But I didn't even think of that, unfortunately. Yeah, that's it. I mean, it's so many points gone begging right there, but it is what it is. The team is still set up well. What else I was going to say about that? I mean, a few people definitely put the captaincy on Tedesco. I've seen it a bit. I was a little shocked to see people did that because in the wet in Melbourne, I didn't feel that confident, but yeah, Ruben Garrick, God, he missed a couple of goals at the back end too. Like, he could have got 90 plus, but no, he missed a couple of goals for the last couple of tries and just lost points for us. But yeah, it is what it is. 174. It stings, especially because I went early on him and then everybody else jumped on fucking this week as well. But yeah, Tommy back to his best apparently. A couple easy games obviously coming up against the Roosters, who it's going to be interesting. That game. And then a bye. So it's not, a couple of tough weeks for Tommy owners now. Let's have a look. Who did? I'm curious. What did Tyron Wishart end up with? What did he get? So yeah, 41 for Wishart. Yeah, I'm very happy with the trade there. Obviously, did he? Yeah, he lost a bit of cash as well. What did Grant end up with? Because he was looking a lot better. Looking a lot better this week. Damien Cook fucking 107. He was goal kicking, bro. Damien Cook all of a sudden fucking goal kicking. Jesus Christ. So now Cook is like turning into an absolute not a must-have, I don't think, but yeah, goal-kicking Cook is very, very appealing. I'm not going to waste a trade. It costs too much money as well. Reed Marnie, 25, not great. Very heavily owned. Appy didn't play. Okay, Harry Grant only got 74. I thought he actually got a few more than that, but yeah, I don't know. Still, like, he looked really good. I mean, it was a tough game against the Roosters, so maybe he's still the guy. I think I'm just going to hold the trade. Fucking hell. Connor Watson there. Wade Egan, bit of form. Yeah, it is what it is. What was some of the high scores for this round? I know, actually, Jaden Campbell, also a very popular player. Jaden Campbell, what did he... Max Plath as well, 39 points, playing in dummy half. I mean, I knew it wasn't going to be great for him playing a dummy half rather than lock. He just missed out on those, 20 points a game in runs pretty much, and also a couple offloads, a few tackle busts. Jane Campbell, 42, so yeah, back down to earth for him. I mean, that's why I get people jumping on last week, but still, I've seen a few people jumping on this week, which I just didn't understand, honestly. I feel like he's been great, but I do think he's overachieved for sure. But, he might bounce back. He's got the Dolphins this week. He could be a big score again. What are some of the high scores here? Tommy fucking killed it. Dean, Mariner, Hamiso, Hudson Young. Reece Walsh looked really good. So, if you don't have Tedesco or you didn't get Tommy... I mean, Walsh, he is a very interesting prospect. I mean, I'm not going to get him now, obviously, but... didn't mind it. Luke Brooks, fucking Brooks, he finally did something. 112. Dane Laurie, so he's a fullback 5'8". I mean, Dylan Edwards, I don't think it's, if you went Dane Laurie last week, I think that was worth it. I don't think going forward it is, though. Just because I think Edwards is due back probably in 3 weeks now, so is it worth it? If you got some trades up your sleeve, Dane Laurie as your second 5'8", I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. Couple of good matchups. Dragons this week could be big. Hilm Lukey crossed over for a couple. Cookie, Cleary, Galvin. Fanor Blake scored a try. Of course he did. Talon De Silva looked really good. Sean Bloor, Milne, Mitch Barnett fucking scored another try, of course. Jesus Christ, he's 850k, bro. Tulvashek, 85. Kalamatangi, 80 points again. Just, I guess this week will be the week. Obviously, no Murray last week. Are they going to persist with Murray on the edge? I mean, they probably will and just shift Murray to the middle at points. So I still think Kalamatangi's great, but I don't think I'm going to get him at this point. Angus Crichton. Angus Crichton. So he dropped 30k. It's fine. He fucking played 80 minutes again. What? What is happening? He played... I honestly... I know it was a big game against the Storm, but... He played fucking both backup games 80 minutes after playing 80 minutes in Origin. Well, he didn't play 80 minutes in Game 3, but that's because he copped a bit of a nasty knock to go off for 15 minutes. But I can't believe he didn't get a bit of a spell in this game. And his score wouldn't have been that flash hot, but he kept offloading, bro. He got 7-8 offloads. Just every hit up, he was just getting the arm free. It was doing my head in. I knew he finished on 50 points. I thought he was going to update to 80 odd, but 74 points. Obviously, he is just an absolute must-have. He's just fucking unstoppable at the moment. Anyone else of note? Keanu Kinney, 69 points for anyone that held. Cody Walker, 68. Not the worst. Tommy Starling, he's 380k. He's playing big minutes at dummy half. He's looking pretty good. He played 80 minutes, actually. I guess there's a temptation to go fucking Brayley to him, but again, I just don't think it's worth it, especially because at any time Ricky Stewart could drop him back and start Levi. So you can't trust it. You can't trust it at all. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. Isaac Tungo, also very popular trade in 58 points. Again, just not. I'm still tempted. I'm still tempted by Tungo, but I don't know. Payne Haas, 57. I mean, fuck, like it's Payne Haas or Fanua Blake, right? Payne Haas, surely he's got a massive break even. It's only 100, but I mean, Haas is 700k. Fanua Blake is, what, 600? Yeah, tick under 6. I mean, fuck, how do you not go Fanua Blake? Like, he's got a 19 break even. Do I get him in this week? It's hard not to. It's really hard not to. But let's have a look at the team again. So the obvious trade, we're bringing in Crichton. It's probably just going to be Bryce Cartwright straight to him. Like, I don't know. I'm really hoping that they start Cartwright on the bench again. I'm pretty sure they're going to start Cartwright to start, which is going to piss me off. Like, it's going to just have a little bit of doubt. But without Mitch Moses at halfback feeding Cartwright, I just don't love it. I don't love the Eels without Moses now. I just think they're going to struggle. So I think Cardi to Crichton is just such a gimme trade. Then that's pretty like that's the team. That's the team like done and dusted, right? Like we got our gun fullbacks, we got the halves are still a little bit up in the air, but like I don't know, it's very I don't know who the best halves are. Obviously Cleary, but fuck, I don't know who else. Like I know Hughes didn't go well. Moses out. Cody Walker okay. So I don't know. Centre wing is like pretty fucking locked up as well. The only trade, Gagai's gonna go for sure. He's got a 45 break even, so we could get rid of him this week. Honestly, I mean, depends what we want to do. Doesn't want to show the upcoming fixtures. Thank you very much, Nrl Supercoach. But yeah, I don't know. Gagai, out of the other guys, I'm happy to hold all the others. It's just a matter of what we want to do with Gagai. Do we want to bring him back like a Val Holmes? He'll be like fairly cheap. Do we wait for like a Joey Manu back? Do we get in someone like a Tungo? Do we go a real pod play? I like the idea of going like a pod play. I just need to have a look at who is on offer. 5'8", it's just a matter of, in a couple of weeks, do we upgrade Gray to somebody better? Or do we just hold him as enough, play Galvin for the run home? Obviously, it's a little dicey just having Galvin as your 158. Obviously, if he's like out, you could just trade him. In the last couple of weeks, he's got... it's actually a pretty good draw for the Tigers, considering like Warriors, Cowboys, Newcastle, South. They missed round 26. It's not a bad little run for Galvin. Obviously bringing in Crichton, and then the front row. What are we thinking? And also dummy halves. I mean, I'm happy just to hold Robson. I think I'm just gonna hold him. Like, he's safe as houses. Like, that's the thing. Obviously, there's going to be some big scores out of like Grant and Coruscant, but I mean, Robson's done it. Like he's gone okay. He's had his attacking upside up a little bit this year. So if he can maintain that 65 average, I'll be pretty happy. It's just a matter of like the A is a fucking pain in the ass. But I think Brayley, I just don't think it's worth getting him out. Like we got 8 trades left. We want a couple of actual like good trades to go. But our front row, I think Curran's a lock. Liam Henry definitely can go, I think. Terrell May, do you just nuff out Henry? I think maybe nuff out Henry and upgrade Terrell May. Well, actually downgrade Terrell May to Fanua Blake. And then have Fainu as just like a luxury flippin' start whenever needed. But yeah, we'll talk more about that in the preview, discuss options. But hopefully you guys had a good week. Hopefully you captain Tommy Trebojevic. But make sure to like and comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one.